I'm Shah from MGTY. It's a youth community support group in UK, and we've been doing a lot of hosting and live shows, and we've caught the eye of Cleveland on TV. So have the opportunity to interview people that I've never met before. So today I'm going to meet a lovely queen. I'm excited to meet because I've never done an interview without speaking to the person before. So I'm going to get to know her the same time as everybody else is going to get to know her. So it's going to be really interesting. Yeah, I had a little chat before and she sounds amazing. She's as beautiful as she looks. And her name is, let me see if we can get this right, because I've only had a chance to say this once. So I'm going to say it second time. So don't shoot me, okay? Right.
Okay.
Kalunde Webster Calypswa.
Kapaliswa. Actually, you did a very good job.
Kapaliswa. Oh, woo, woo, woo. Good job. But it's lovely to meet you. And like I said, I actually know nothing. I got a bit of African tunes in the background because I thought, to honour you. To honour you. So sorry?
I didn't hear you. Can you come again?
What should we call you? What shall I call you? What do you go by? Is it Kalunde? Oh.
So I go by Kalunde oftentimes, but then some of my close friends call me Tracy. So whatever is comfortable for you, we can use either.
I like the cultured name, if I'm honest, because it's beautiful.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and keep practicing that as long as I say it right, because it's so beautiful. Tracy is lovely as well. I love Tracy's, but I know Tracy's in UK. I feel like I'm abroad if I say Kalunde. Yeah. So where am I speaking to you from?
I'm currently living in Tanzania. It's in East Africa. And I have been born and raised in a city called Arusha. It is actually our Geneva of Africa because it's a tourist kind of destination. And it's beautiful. We have great weather, we have great people, and it's been quite good growing up in this area for me.
So you was born there. Have you ever travelled anywhere out of Tanzania?
I did. I traveled to Kenya because that's where I did my bachelor's degree in peace and conflict science. And so I
Where
have
was that,
stayed in Kenya.
sorry?
That was in 2009 all through 2012. I did my bachelor's degree in a university called Daystar University, and I majored in a peace and conflict transformation, and I did a minor in international relations and security studies. And then I
Wow.
came back home. Yes.
That's a lot. So what area did you say that was? Because I missed where you went. What country was that?
In Kenya, East
In
Africa.
Kenya. Oh, wow.
Yes.
That sounds amazing. So when you was in Kenya, what did you like? Did you like most about Kenya?
I love the people. Kenyans are very outspoken. They're very creative. Um, the weather is almost like home, so I didn't really have a hard time adjusting to it. I enjoyed my classes. We had amazing lecturers and teachers, and I made a lot of good friends. And so it was beautiful. The 4 years were just it was quite a good time for me in Kenya.
It's good to travel because you learn a lot more
Yeah,
self, even about yourself. And this is why I'm really glad to be able to speak. So thank you for being here as well, because it's interesting for me, and I'm going to learn a lot from myself because we just live in UK. We live in UK.
you should visit. You should make time to visit. I hope you like it.
Well, I'm hoping that we can become best friends, and yes, I'll come and visit you. But yes, no. My plan is, since Cleveland TV is a great opportunity for me to link with. So hopefully, through meeting the people I do, I will actually be coming out there, and hopefully, the next time I interview, it will actually be face to face. So I'd love, and you can show me around. Hopefully, honestly, pray. So I don't know much about you. You're going to tell me. Well, I know do now. You do now. You've travelled. You're very clever. You've done a lot of university. I'm going to get back to the uni as well because I want to know more about that. But I've got here that you're the festival You're the one sec. Festival for Marseille Festival. Is that right?
Maasai Festival.
It sounds like Mossad. We've got a place in UK called Mossad, but I'm sure it's nothing like. If anyone in UK is watching, they're gonna laugh at me because Mossad is totally like ghetto part of Manchester. It's actually picking up now. We're starting to look really really nice, but I'm sure Mossad is totally different to Mossad. But what is it like there? What is it? What is the festival?
So, first of all, Maasai is one of the most powerful, biggest tribes we have in Tanzania. And we also have the Maasais in Kenya as well. But then Maasai Festival is a cultural tourism event which we specifically designed it because we wanted to have all our guests that come in the country to experience how rich our cultures are in the country. And so we just thought, what better tribe to use as the face of our event if not the Maasai? You know, because they have for years managed to stick to their culture without changing it, without distorting, the values that they've had for such a long time. So it's more of a cultural tourism event, and we are going to be having it for the first time. It's going to debut on August this year in Arusha.
So, for
Yeah.
anyone that's never ever heard of the Maasai, what is one of the cultures that would say that is a Maasai culture? That
So first of all, some of the most popular of Maasai is that they drink blood. Like soon as they slaughter a cow or goat for meat, they usually drain that blood and drink it while it's still hot.
really? So
And it's sorry, please.
so is that something? So at the festival is that what they be doing? Drinking blood? Well, animal
We
blood.
are going we are going to be showcasing most of what the Maasai culture is about. And of course, drinking blood is one of the things they do as a culture, you see. And the other thing they do, they have lessons for women and children. They have lessons called jando for young boys who are transitioning into adulthood, you see. And they have some very nice traditional foods that include putting milk in maize, and it tastes very rich culture. They have amazing fabrics. They have amazing beads, like very colorful, very nice. And so our event is going to be showcasing all of that carries their culture in general.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm not gonna lie,
Okay.
because there's gonna be a lot of people like this saying, especially people that are not from my side, are gonna be like, they drink. They're still gonna be like, they drink blood because I am. Now I'm starting thinking. So is this like? I need to know a little bit more. So the animal, is it like an animal that's just been killed and you drink it like that? And what
Yes.
is the
So
reason for? Yeah.
um, first of all, we need to. The Maasais are naturally pastoral. They are a pastoralistic community. You see, they
Right.
herd animals, and so they eat a lot of meat. And
Right.
for them, it's sacred, to take a life of an animal and eat and provide for their families. And so they believe that every part of an animal means something to them, including the blood. So they don't really waste it, you see. So and it's actually very healthy for them. It's sort of in a ritual kind of way, it builds their morale, to go out and herd the animals because they come across various wild animals sometimes. And so they need to feel that power that comes within,
Do you know what?
you
It
see.
actually makes a lot of sense because, to be fair, there's a lot of stuff in foods that we don't know are in foods, but we learn. Like even power drinks that we drink is supposed to come from a cow's below, to make it powerful. So, to be fair, it does make actual sense, and I'm definitely interested in that to see because it is a new thing to us. So that's nice. So I'm looking. So the festival, is it like a bright color carnival thing or?
It is. It's going to be very colorful. It's going to be vibrant. We are going to be having some local artists in the country performing. We're going to be having some guest DJs from abroad coming in. You see, so it's apart from just showing the culture, we want people to come and really have a good time. You see, a space where different people from different countries can come and mingle and connect and forge very good, sustainable relationships. You see, and for us to also be in a space where we can show more than our parks in our beaches, and just show of what makes us a country or what makes us a people in terms of our culture.
So what would your part? Would you be playing a part in the festival, or are you just managing it, or will you be actually having a role to play?
It's honestly going to be almost wasn't fully participating because I managed the entire festival and the whole program and how everything should go, and so I'm full on taking responsibility and participating in all areas that I'm supposed to until we have a successful event. You see, and it's going to be a 3 days event.
It's
It's
going to
going to
be
start
sorry,
a 3 days event.
three. Okay, yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3 days event on August. It's starting on 25th all through 27th. You
Wow.
see, but then we thought about how can we add value to our event to make it a bit more unique. And we have about 3 segments for the festival. And we are starting with the investors forum, and then we have a fashion night, and then we have a family day. So all 3 days are going to have like full on experiences from different areas of business, of culture. I mean, fashion and culture, and youth and children. So we've tried to make sure everyone gets to fit in the event.
That's the timing as well is exact, and it's funny because the timing that you have in your festival is around the time we have our carnivals. You ever heard about carnivals in UK? We have a big massive
Yes.
festival around the same time, so it's quite nice that we're going to be partying around the same time. And hopefully
Mhm.
last year was the 50th anniversary of our carnival, and we were so lucky, we were so blessed. We actually had the hottest carnival we've ever had. So I'm hoping again this year. If not, I'm definitely getting a plane to see you and just join you on your festival.
I would love for you to. We can obviously arrange and make sure you actually get to have a very good experience. You
Wow,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Cleveland, hopefully he can, after the show, we can still remain in contact with, because it does. I love learning about cultures. It's part of us, aren't you? You part of, we're all people together. So it's good to,
Yeah.
and we're all in this world. There's so many things that we don't know. I'll be honest, I've never heard of, is it Masai?
Maasai.
Masa, Masai. I've never heard of Masai. So it's like a total new venture for me to learn. So it's definitely interesting, and certain things you've said, it just makes it sound like a unity that is needed around the world. So it's nice because we don't have a lot of unity. So things like this can bring unity together and make a lot of memories. What's going to be your most exciting part about the festival? What's the most thing you're looking forward to?
Honestly, I'm looking forward to everything because the kind of program we have created is rich. You see, with the investors forum, we're going to be discussing things that all the opportunities for investors in tourism, in agriculture, and in mining. So that itself is rich. When we talk about the fashion night, we are going to have um, a number of designers that would explore the Maasai fabrics and beads and create magic, you see. And then for the family day, just to have families come together, engage in sports, engage in art, engage in music. It's also very full in itself. So every segment is just full, and you know so I can't really I'm struggling to decide what I love
Which
most about
so
it.
many things. Look, yeah.
Yeah.
What's a traditional dish? What's a traditional dish that I would see at the festival? Like I've got to try that when I go.
You would see a lot of meat, a lot of barbecue made,
I
of
love
course,
it.
the Masai way. Very nice. It's actually very healthy, by the way. And then you will see something called loshoro.
Sugar.
Loshoro. That's lo, loshoro. So what loshoro is? Do you know maize? Do you know maize? Like maize?
Maize.
Yes. So loshoro is made from maize and yogurt.
Maize. What's maize now?
Corn.
Huh?
Corn. You know corn?
Oh, corn. Okay, okay. So
Yes.
corn and yogurt.
Corn and yogurt. Yes.
Okay. So when you
So
said,
that's
you said about the meat is going to be cooked the Maasai way. So how's that? Is that like grilled or what is it like?
so what they do is once they slaughter the meat, the say maybe it's a cow or it's a goat, right? And they have skinned the animal. What they do is they put in sticks into the meat and then they just put it by the fire. It's like
Oh,
a bit of a bonfire, and then they just arrange the meat around it, and it cooks slowly. They
I
don't
am.
add like any additives or anything, just the meat.
Recently I've been saying to my son, I'm slowing down on the seasonings because I've been feeling a bit ill. As a Jamaican culture, especially, we use a lot of seasonings. So I've said to him,
Yeah.
I'm going to start cutting down on the seasonings, and I haven't put I haven't really put a lot of seasonings on my nowhere near that I used to. And I'm going to be honest, that food has come out so nice. It's literally come out. I
Yeah.
can taste the meat. It's different. So I've been saying to my son, we overcook our food sometimes. Jamaica, especially Jamaicans, we like cook it. It has to be cooked in the inside. No, because you might die. We literally think we might die. But it actually is. Sometimes I think it's a bit overcooked. I'm just going to look through some of these questions that Cleveland had asked me, but I had my own because I was just interested to meeting you anyway. But I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm gonna look. Is there anything you wanted to ask me, being in UK?
I would love to know, have you been to Jamaica?
Yeah, to be fair, oh gosh, I've been to Jamaica so much that I literally think I wouldn't want to go again. Not that I would never want to go again. It's just that I want to see other parts of the
Mhm.
world. But yeah, I've been to Jamaica. I lived in Jamaica for about 6 months as well. And then yeah, so I lived there with my son. And then it was interesting to even be in Jamaica myself. Everything was still because I've been on holiday before a lot over the years, but to live there and actually stay there, it was quite interesting because you think that everything's it's seeing how much poverty was there, to be fair, a lot of poverty, and it's a lot, a lot of people are trying to think, trying to make money and stuff like that. It was very money orientated, so it wasn't as chilled out as I thought at first, but it was still a lovely, lovely, lovely country. But like anywhere, you need that little pocket money, don't you, to really survive. So I think it was learning to know, right, I need to come back and make a bit more money to leave the country. But yeah, have you ever been to Jamaica?
No, but one of my destinations that I would love to is Jamaica.
Yeah,
Genuinely, yeah, because I love how the people seem so vibrant
yeah,
and kind.
yeah,
You see, I've met a few, and they've always been very good
yeah.
and so vibrant.
Full of life.
And I love the music.
You love
You
them?
know, the music, the
Okay,
Jamaican music.
okay.
Yes,
Do you like the whining? Okay, well,
I
right.
do.
You're my girl, right? You teach me some of your massa moves. Right, this is the plan. We've sorted it
Right.
now. I'm gonna come there to my side. We're gonna festive, right? Then you're gonna come back with me. We're gonna go Jamaica. I'll show you Jamaica. Yeah, I think that'd be that. The
Okay.
reason you're so right. The people in Jamaica are so full of life. They're full of vibe, and even though like times are hard, they're still happy and they get
Positive.
through. Do you know what I mean? And they appreciate life, and that's one thing that I learned about going to Jamaica. Appreciating what I had here, the things that I used to moan about here. I need to be grateful for them. I think that's one thing I've learned being in the UK. I feel like I've been
So
spoiled in the
so
UK.
There's that effect, and then when you go back home, you get to be reminded of a few things. I think that's the beauty of traveling back home.
Yeah. Yeah. I would always love to like just
Yeah.
live like that though, without needing certain things. I think you can survive without it.
Hmm.
So I would love to get to that place where in a hot country, like you said before, living in an old traditional way. It is one of my dreams to like find a destination home and just live like a little gypsy, I suppose. I don't know what you'd call it, but just old time. Don't have to have the extensions. Just have my afro and just live. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to live like that. Do you know what I mean? But it's very difficult in UK, especially with the weather. You never
It
have an
is.
afro with this weather. You have sun for like 3 days, and
No,
then that's fast.
yeah.
So it says so. He's told us that so have you got any? You said the goal. You've really kind of said any goals for coming up, and it's the link to the tourists. And so there is a lot of tourists. There's a lot because you said it's the first one. So how do you promote it? So do you promote it all over the world, or is it just for certain countries?
No, we are trying to promote it to a lot of countries. We are promoting it in many countries such as South Africa, Dubai, Germany, Kenya. We're trying to reach as many people as we can, and we are promoting it through social media. Our website is up and running already. Our festival founder CEO has been traveling abroad to connect with people in various conferences and events, and we're trying to reach as many people as we can. And of course, we've just partnered with FESTAC. They have their event that is starting on 21st on Sunday here in Arusha, and they have been doing a very good job because they are also promoting culture and art. And so we have so many things in common, and it's through partnering with such kinds of events that gives us an avenue as well to connect with a lot more people. You see, because we create a space where we get to connect. You see, we get to, because we share almost the same purpose, we get to move together, we get to celebrate each other's milestones as we move to create events that are promoting our African cultures.
So it's
You see,
different
so we are.
organizations coming together as well. Like that's nice. That is so important. It's really important for organizations to work together because you can't just be an organization, one over there, one over there. It doesn't make sense. You have to do it together. I love that. That's a beautiful thing. A lot that we need to learn because there can be quite a lot of competition in organisations. So it's good that when you hear them, it's beautiful to hear because that's the whole point. We exist to make that difference. So you said that you've got a website and social. Where would people? If you want to give us your socials, if you could say it. I mean, we will add them
So
anyway. Hopefully.
our website is www.masaifestivals.com. And then all our social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, are at the Maasai Festivals.
So it's Maasai Festivals at Maasai Festivals on Instagram. Are you on Twitter
Yes, we are.
and Facebook?
Yes.
Brilliant. And it's www.maasai.com or is it Maasai Festival?
MaasaiFestivals.com.
So www.maasai.festival.com. I'll make sure I've got the details and I can share them all over because that's another thing we don't actually. That's interesting. I always share a lot of events, but we never share events for things that are abroad, and people do go abroad, and there's places that people don't know of to think, oh, I might go there. So yeah, you should. Anything you've got going on, I'd love to share. I'm definitely going to be saving up to try and get there. I'm hoping that Cleveland will give me a pay rise and they'll let me go. I know he can hear me. He's going to pretend he didn't hear that bit. Huh?
Yeah. I'm saying I hope they do let you come
Yeah.
so that we can get to actually do this. Maybe we can show you around and have more content as well.
Yeah.
Have more experience.
Yeah, because I guarantee if because like I said, usually what I do is I'd have more time to like look up look up what's going on, look up about Maasai Festival. But I only got a call yesterday, and I literally couldn't say no. And I thought, no, I don't usually do. Usually, I'd like, no, I'm not doing it so short notice. But I literally couldn't say no because of who you are and the stuff that you do. It's women in power. Honestly, we don't have a lot of them. That's doing massive things
Right.
like what you're doing. Like it's a big thing to do to
Mm-hmm.
what you're doing. So it's good. I mean, we do have. Let me say again, we do have a lot of them. We don't hear about them. So it's good to have this interview to like for people to what you can do because it empowers other women. Other women will be watching and thinking, yeah, that sounds good. We could do that and do that and stuff like that. It's really good. What made you get into this? What made you get into this massive festival?
Um, we were trying to see how we can add value to our tourism sector in Tanzania, right? And we have amazing beaches, we have amazing parks, and have you heard of the Serengeti?
The
The Serengeti,
Serengeti.
yes.
No.
Have you heard?
See, I don't know.
Wow.
I
Okay.
feel so bad. I'm
So
sorry.
you should just a bit, but it's
I
okay.
do
Um,
a lot, a lot.
so the Serengeti is one of the world's biggest and parks, national parks. You get all the big five animals in Serengeti, and Serengeti is in Tanzania. You see, so we have all these kinds of parks. We have beaches. We have Mount Kilimanjaro. And these are the things that bring in tourists, right? And then we wanted to add more to their experience. You see, and so we thought,
When you say we, who's we? Who? How did you meet up? Like, who is it? Who's in
um,
it with you?
so,
Just saying this 1 second. Don't
uh,
go.
okay,
I
okay,
feel like, honestly, that light was killing my eyes. And I looked at the time, I thought, I cannot take another 10 minutes with that light. So, I'm sorry, Cleveland.
okay,
It's killing my eye.
okay,
But
no
yeah,
problem. So,
so we.
how to answer your question? Our founder CEO, his name is Mr. Said Rokemo. He's the managing director for our tour company called Wonderland Car Hire and Travel Agency. And because he was in a tour, he's in the tourism sector for quite some time, he noticed that there was something missing, you see. And so he came up with the brilliant idea for Masai Festival, you see, and he shared the idea to the team, and everyone loved it because it made sense, you see. It's what we need. People want to come in our country and experience more than just the parks and the beaches and the mountain. And so that's how the dream began, you see. And we did our launch last year on October. And so we say this year we're doing the debut, the first ever Maasai Festival in Arusha. And it's going to be an annual event every last week of August in Arusha. We're going to have Maasai Festival. And lucky enough, we are going to also have Maasai Festival in Dubai this year in December. Yes.
So you having
So
one in August and then a December one.
one in August and one in December, but the one in December is going to be happening in Dubai. So if you miss the one in August in Arusha, we can catch up in Dubai.
Wow.
And everyone is welcome.
Sorry, and
I'm
everyone.
saying everyone else is welcome as well.
That's amazing. Can I ask? Now, I'm going to get personal. But as an organisation, how do you afford to get to, just terms like to help other organisations? How do they do that? How do you afford to get to the Dubai to do such an amazing festival?
So the Dubai part was honestly courtesy of our government. The Tanzanian embassy in Dubai was very courteous to us.
Okay.
Our CEO.
So yeah, was it,
So as I was saying, we have great support from our government, from the Ministry of Natural Resources and Tourism. We have great support from the Ministry of Culture, Arts, and Sports. You see, we have also great um, communication with the
oh, it's cut out
Ministry of
again. I
Foreign
think it's going to.
Affairs and so.
That's amazing. I've heard it quite a little bit, but I did get that. So that's rich. So I hope you didn't mind me asking. That's really nice. I know. Well, I hope your government gets a job down here. We need that government down here.
Yeah,
But yeah, yeah, but hopefully, he said we're going to be finishing in like 2 minutes. But it's been amazing to speak to you. Honestly, I've learned a lot. I know there's a lot more that's for me to learn, but it's something for me to look up and find out. And then everyone that's watching to find out. Is there anything that you'd like to put out there to everybody before you go? Oh, she's totally frozen. Anyway, we was just speaking to. Are you there?
yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, was there anything you'd like to say to the watchers before you go?
I would love to welcome everyone who's watching, to make a plan to come visit Arusha, Tanzania on August, to come and experience the culture and experience the people and have a good time.
I will definitely be promoting it over. It's been lovely to speak to you, Kalunde. I'm going to say your full name again. Hopefully, I'm going to get this right. Let me do it because right, I'm nervous. Right, Kalunde Webster Kapalisa.
Yes, nice. That was good.
I
That was
forgot to know my
good.
new sister's name, but I just want to
Yeah.
say thank you so much again for being here. I hope you've enjoyed the chat. Half an hour, but I'm hopefully going to catch up with you again. You're going to send all the socials over so I can share it to everybody. I'm definitely going to be spreading your name to our organisations because it's something that I think UK should know and try and get them over there as well. But I'll definitely be trying to get over there. Oh, we're having a really bad connection. But thank you for watching Cleveland TV with Shah from MGTY, and have a lovely evening. Hope to see you on Friday with another amazing guest. Thank you.